Episode 11. Everything on Earth is here for you to enjoy. Let's fucking go. Fuck yeah. Everybody fucking help me welcome to the show, Rob Francisco. Rob, what's up, man? I wanted to play that video to get people back in the zone of going into a grimy basement, taking their shirt off, and full body headbang into some absurdly over amplified freak out feedback jams that you would administer with no fucking mercy. And it's a pleasure to have you on. Ladies and gentlemen, there's maybe 2 or 3 people that I would step in front of a bullet for because I value the ongoing existence of their life more than my own. And this is certainly one of these gentlemen that I've known for going on 20 years, I believe. Oh, hold on. Let me fucking fix this problem. Yep. Okay, you're good to go.
Am I muted?
No, you're good.
Oh. I've never been on live television before.
You can't say that anymore. So yeah, man, you've got 2 new tapes out on your Silvox label. Do you want to talk to us about this?
One's a solo tape by me called American Evil, and it's a whole deluxe package thing. And the other one is by Annie Akron, which the video will be played later, and it's pretty awesome. But I mean, you guys will see it in the video. You'll see the video later. But yeah, those are the two new tapes on Silvox, and hopefully there'll be a lot more coming out soon.
Yeah, we're
from
gonna be playing
friends from all over the place.
We're gonna be playing another video that Rob made for a song off of his new tape as well. So obviously stick around for that. Rob, we were really psyched to have some folks send in some video questions. Would you like to jump in on that and see what they had to ask you today?
Yeah, I wonder who's going to call in.
Let's start off with this guy.
Hey, what's up? Sharky Cats here. And I have a question for Rob. It's actually a two-parter. Rob and I went to the same Catholic church when we were youngsters growing up in Massachusetts. So my first part of my question for Rob was, what was his favorite prayer when he was a young man attending Catholic church? And then the second part of the question was, what is his favorite prayer or meditation now?
Word up.
That's a super. I have two super easy answers for you. My favorite one growing up was the Hail Mary, and the Hail Mary is still my favorite today.
Hell yeah, classics never die. Dan sending in a video from Philadelphia. I'm sure y'all remember Sharky Cats, the famous comedian.
We grew up together. In the funny story, which if you've ever hung out with me and Sharky in the same room, you've heard this story from me before. My grandmother and Sharky's grandfather dated each other in the 1930s. Maybe 1930s, the late 1930s. So basically, me and Sharky are related.
Yeah, in Western Mass.
Yeah, in Indian Orchard, like it's a part of Springfield.
Word.
Both of our people are from, Poland.
Pioneer Valley.
Now, Springfield. But I'm saying like his people are from Poland, my people are from Poland.
True.
And they came here and they got together.
It's funny you should mention your grandma, because that ties in neatly to the next question.
Hey Rob, hey Jeremy. This question is for Rob. Could you tell Aloe your favorite memory about Bocce and her influence and impact on the Western Mass noise scene? All right, love you guys. Take care.
Bocce.
Yeah, I don't think I can say like one specific memory of that. I could probably tell you about 10 of those, but
hit us
in the mid late 90s, it's how I met a lot of people. I lived with my grandmother in the late 90s, and actually Crystal lived with us too for a bit. We were teenagers, and I would have noise shows in her basement that maybe like me and her would definitely go. Maybe like two other people, maybe my mom if she was around, but she wasn't always around, so no. But yeah, my grandmother had a lot of shows there. She let me and Crystal live there for a while. And it wasn't just that she let us do this stupid stuff. It was her sense of humor and her energy. And she set a great example for all of us. She also taught us how to party.
Yeah, could you elaborate on that? Give me a little.
Yeah, I came home. Well, this has nothing to do with an actual show. This was just a personal story between her and me. Oh, I came home one night, probably from somewhere, Fat Cats or Gasoline Alley in Western Mass, and probably a punk show where my grindcore band was playing, or one of my experimentally bands at the time was playing. And no, it was a little later than that.
Black.
No, it might have been actually. It might have been AF or I'm gonna go with that. It might have been Black, but yeah, it was coming home from a show like that. Might have been Monster Attacks. I don't know, but
oh shit.
I came home and I was intoxicated from beer, maybe booze, and I was in her bathroom and I was throwing up. And she like, I heard her she had a walker, she can walk without it, and I heard her walker just like go in and like come in, because you could hear it like scraping on the rug, and I was like puking, and I was just kind of laughing, and I was like, oh my god, like I didn't shut the door because I was like, who the hell's gonna come in here? And the next thing I know, she's like at the doorway and she's like, I bet you had a good party, huh, Rob? And just like, she like, but she like in stories like that, she just like omitted the idea that like you should, anything's fair game. You can do what you want.
Yeah, for sure.
Kinda, like she definitely gave it like, all right, your days are numbered. Like, let it rip a little bit, and have a good time and be halfway decent.
Yeah, the vibes at the parties and the shows back then.
Mm-hmm.
Were they? I mean, you were in your late teens, early 20s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was already here by the time I was in my 20s.
Oh, we're okay.
Mm.
Were they hard partying kinds of shows, or was it like that classic?
I don't know. You were there. Were you hard? You were there. Were you hard party?
I don't think I was old enough to drink yet.
Yeah,
I was still into.
I think most of us were.
I think I was getting into 40s. I think
40 ounces.
Yeah, I think I was experimenting with 40 ounces.
Yeah, I mean,
I did go to a show there once.
You played there twice, I think.
Twice, yeah. Damn. So there you go.
USA's a Monster, and I think PCP Panther, Psychedelic Panther, Psychedelic Zebra. Wait, what was it called?
Peace Panthers ESP. Fuck, I haven't thought of that.
ESP, yeah.
Peace Panthers ESP. I haven't thought of that shit in easily 19 years.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I don't even fucking remember who was in that band, honestly.
I know it was at least you and Chris.
And probably like Ryan.
And anyway, I remember going downstairs. Yeah, they also did Yours Truly, I think, at that show.
Oh yeah.
But
sure.
yeah, like I just remember going in the basement, like I was probably hanging out with my grandmother, and I went down, and you guys had the lights off and were like, like not dangling everywhere, but you had like the lights off, and you were all over the place.
Yeah.
And I also like Jeff Hartford played a great show there. I can't remember. I think it was Noise Nomads, but it might have been Defecation.
Yeah.
It was one of the two. But he played down there, and I mean, a bunch of people did.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Speaking of Philly.
Excuse me.
Speaking of Philly, we're gonna fucking go to Philly, or we're gonna go to the next question, and it'll be evocative of Philly vibration.
How has Philly influenced your music throughout the years?
Straight into the point. Leslie Salles, everybody.
Yeah, that's a great question. One of my best buds. Yeah. It has intensely. I mean, if anyone watching, which you might or might not, I don't know. If you've ever seen my album covers or the words or any of it or the energy, if you fucking walked around North Philly, then you get it. It's like, my music is. I mean, this music, MX Limac is it. That's it. It's just the streets, kinda. It's just like the energy that I absorbed walking around, just walking around the streets and observing, feeling, and I just friggin' funneled it right out with some other stuff, but it played a big role, in the sound, the energy. Well, the energy mostly, because the sound doesn't sound like Freeway or Gilly the Kid or whatever. It's like, it sounds like Philly. That's all there is to it. It makes a sound. It made the rhythm. It made the the energy, I made the power, and and it's affected me in the music. That's it.
You mentioned other projects. What are other aspects of Philadelphia aside from the aggression and the hostility
Mhm.
as manifest in stuff like the Francisco Franco stuff, and also if you could go into greater detail, like you just mentioned two other things that I'm not familiar with.
What other things?
Freeway and Gilly the Kid.
Oh, well, we're rappers. They're just like I mean, it's like that's the
Oh, true,
sound of
true. They're
Philly rap.
completely
Which-
different folks. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. No, I was just using it as a reference point.
Copy that. But yeah, anyway, back to the question. Were those
What
other
was it? Yeah,
projects?
go again.
Were those other projects like Francisco Franco? Were they influenced by like a Philly thing, or was it something else altogether?
Yeah, I mean, it had a vibe because, well, there's one vibe, and you'll never get it if you listen to it without me telling you. But there's this, like a famous black metal band called Akon Kitre from France, Les Legion Noir. And I remember me and Nate, we were walking around North Philly, or both lived in North Philly, and we're walking around during Angel Dust times. And, Nate was like, man, I just like put this on and walk around and just like look at the streets at night. And I think in a roundabout way, that ended up, putting like a more like ambient mood on it, and then we threw in like the poppiness, the catchiness. But but also Francisco Franco is a little different because it was three of us. It wasn't just me, but my influence was that, and we had songs that were named after parts of Philly. A song called Margaret Orthodox. It sounds like a person, but it's a stop on the Yelle. And I was, that's how I always came up with song titles, with Veil, with Francisco Franco, listening to headphones and just like wandering and looking at shit. And,
All right,
sometimes it's literal, sometimes,
let's get a full dose of what we're talking about here with the video that you shot this week from your new tape, the song Out on the Streets. Let's kick it. Fuck yeah.
Hey, Jeremy,
Yeah, what's up, man?
is the chat on?
The chat is on, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
the
it is?
chat. The chat. Yeah, the chat is on.
Not.
The
I
Twitch.
know our chat's on.
The
The
Oh
Twitch
yeah,
chat.
the chat is on. The Twitch chat is on. Yeah, yeah. I
Right.
see Eric and Dave and Eli and Christine and Matt Minter,
Cool.
TR774344, whom I don't know. What's up, Twitch
No,
chat?
Yeah, whatever.
So y'all can go to the fucking Silvox Bandcamp and order that tape. It's like got some pretty wild departures from the normal stuff you might expect from an MX Nomac tape, but
But it
it's
has
like,
the classic bangers.
it does have the classic banger vibes as well. It's even got a punk song.
Which one?
The first one. It's rather quick in tempo.
Oh, American Evil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
reminded me of the Misfits a little bit.
I'm trying to learn and grow.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. Moving on to the next question, we're leaving Philadelphia and we're going straight to Brooklyn, New York. This is another rather brief and to the point question. I think only you can answer.
How are you?
Me?
Yeah,
Pretty good.
no doubt.
Phones are live. 401-256-1454.
Folks, you know you can always call up and chat with our guests or send a text and I'll relay it to them via my voice, of course. The phone number is still 401-256-1454. We have one more video question from a bud.
Oh,
Go for it.
yeah. Feel free to call in though. I'm ready. I drank a yerba mate before this thing popped off, and I'm ready to answer anything.
Word. Yeah, folks. It is more, if you're going to ask my preference, I do enjoy it more when people call, but that's just because I love to hear your lovely voices. We do have a call coming in. Berkeley, California, you're live. Go ahead and pose your question. Oh, hell yeah. That didn't work out. Well, if you...
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything.
No, they might need to call back. That could have been a prank call from the future. I've been getting strange calls from California all week, in fact. I wish I could... Maybe, did I save any of them? They're spooky. It's kind of like...
Maybe we should call one of them.
Yeah, no, that's actually a pretty good idea. Oh, I got a call. Caller, are you there? Hello. Oh, fuck. You know what I did is... I forgot to plug the phone in this week, folks. Caller, are you there? Well, I know who that was, so I'm just going to call him back. Oh, there we go. Berkeley, California, you're live with Rob.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, am I on the air?
Yeah, go ahead and pose your question or make your statement.
I have a quick question. Was that first track you played called The Creeper?
Yep.
Nah, it's called The Creeper Sit. It's called The Creeper Sits.
It's called The Creeper Sits.
Was it called the Creeper what?
Sits. S-I-T-S.
Oh. Is it about a centipede? Centipede?
If you want it to be.
Open to interpretation in that classic way.
Okay.
It's a poem. It's a poem, buddy.
It reminded me of a centipede. I thought that's what it was about. Thanks for clearing that up for me.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in. It's the Creeper.
Wait, is that Berkeley?
Yeah, it was.
I was wondering.
Question for Rob. Yo, as a fellow mass head, I think it's an overall weird place. I'm currently in Provincetown. Hold up. For my lady's birthday. Have you ever been here? If so, what's your favorite place to go in Provincetown? Caller, you're live with Rob. Caller, you there?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. You're live with Rob.
Hi, Rob. I'm wondering what the themes of good and evil. Yeah. Hi, Rob.
Yeah. Go ahead and turn your device down.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm doing the old the thing people always do. Okay. Who am I talking to? The latency is massive, so I'm just lost in the satellites right now. All right, my question is, good and evil, or even a Christian idea of that, does that play into your music at all, the themes in your music? I'm thinking even of the shows that were mentioned in the family basement.
Thanks for your call, caller. All right, Rob, go for it.
Yeah, I'd say yes.
Nice.
Yeah, but not so directly. I'm a person who has both good and evil inside of them, and as far as MX Neumach goes, that's got a lot of the bad part with it, and I explore my themes, my evil themes within it in a humorous kind of way. Outside of that, I mean, musically, that's it. That's all there is to it. But, me as a person, that's a different story. But yeah, I love exploring that stuff, mostly because it shaped pretty much the way the world is at this moment. So it's probably the most important concept we can explore as people, as individuals. Music aside, music's just fucking fun. And I like acting crazy when I play music, and I like acting crazy when I play music. I like exploring, the fringes of myself, and I do it to, and I feel good about doing it. I feel good about doing it, exploring the evil side. But it's a practice. It's a therapy. And other than that, you can ask a follow-up question because I want to bounce off you.
All right, Chris, if you want to call back. Chris, if you want to call back in a moment, but we're going to try to call back a caller that was rudely interrupted just a moment ago. See if this works. I haven't tried this yet, calling someone. I think we're going to go to voicemail.
Leave a message.
3, 4, 7, 3, 2, 5, 4, 4, 8, 3 is not
Do you want to leave a message for this phone?
Did everybody write that number down?
Accept the call. Hello.
Hey.
Hey. What's up? You're
Two-part
alive.
question.
All right, you're alive with Rob.
Best pastry from 2008 to 2020 on the road.
Hold on. Did you say best tasting pastry?
Yeah, best pastry.
Between 2008 and today, the best tasting pastry on the road.
Yeah, it can't be at home, buddy.
You don't. There's nothing to narrow it down.
No, I don't
That's a
know the
long
answer.
time.
All right,
That's
fine.
a long
Best
time.
sit-down meal. Best Thanksgiving meal.
Oh, I know what that is. It was Moscow 2018, and I ate a little tiny turkey. It's like this big. If anybody wants the picture, direct message me when I'm done with this, and I'll send you the picture. I ate a little tiny turkey this big for in the Red Square 2 years ago, 2018. That was the best meal. Pastry, I can't tell you. I can't tell you what my favorite pastry was in the last 12 years. I know some good ones, but I don't know what the best one is. And it hasn't been on the road, actually. It's been a long bit while I've been at home.
What is your second question, caller?
I think he ditched us.
Yep, the miracles of modern technology. Oh, we got a call from Mandy Roman. Caller, you're live with Rob. Drop a bomb.
Hi. 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 Hi, Kitty. Excuse me, I have a question. What is a creeper?
Hold on. Say that. I missed the last little bit. What did you say?
What is a creeper?
What is a creeper?
What is a creeper?
Well, the first part is it's a character I made up. It's a capital C, so it's a proper name. But if you want me to get funky about it, then it is somebody's got something cooking where I hear myself again.
Yeah, I hung up.
Oh, it went away. It went away. Yeah, if you want me to get funky about it, a creeper is the dark side of yourself that you're exploring and creeping around in, I guess. I made that song up 15 years ago. I made that song up in 2006. So what I meant then and what I mean now are probably two different things. And now I'm just going to say it's a dark side of yourself that you're exploring. At the time, I was just probably walking around and thought I was a creep because I was just walking around by myself looking around.
Let's go back to Eric's question about Provincetown. Do you have a favorite place to haunt in Provincetown?
I haven't been to. Do I need to hold this up? I feel like I need to. I feel like I'm on an airplane or I'm the pilot or something.
Yeah, you're the pilot, man.
So I should hold this up like that?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. All right. So Provincetown, yes. I haven't been there in about 32 years, but as a child, I loved going to the Army Navy store. I don't even know if it's still there, but you guys probably know better than me because you're closer. I'm far away, and I haven't been to Cape Cod since 2001 or 2002. It was great. I even forget where I went. Oh no, I went there on that tour with you, Jeremy.
Yep,
we played the pizza place. We played that pizza place. Remember? That was friggin' so weird and fun.
Paid $600.
Yeah, and we played at a pizza place in front of a mini golf, not abandoned. It was abandoned because it was wintertime, but it was an abandoned mini golf course was behind it. And I remember we played, and then we had to sleep in the guy's apartment upstairs, and we walked outside, and there was like music playing from the mini golf place that has been closed for about 4 or 5 months. I remember thinking it was awesome, but we should have made a movie there. But what the fuck am I talking about?
I don't know, man. But yeah, me and Colin.
I was saying my favorite place. Hold on. Oh,
I'm Provincetown.
Get back
Go
to
for
that.
it.
I want to finish the question and then we can go back. Provincetown. The Army Navy store. I don't even know if it's still there. That's all. That's my answer. The Army Navy store is. I remember it really had an impact on me as a kid because there was like a guy, a seaman. He had on like a helmet with like the thing, and he was like suspended in the air. And there you could buy like all weird, like typical Army Navy stuff. It was a really great store. And next door was I had a rock collection as a child, and I'd buy, the rock store. And now I'm still into the rock store. All right, Jeremy, go.
I was just going to say, Colin and I have been talking about the 25-year reunion for the Dude Tour. But from Brooklyn, New York, we got a really, really fucking important question. The Twitch chat is demanding that you answer this question immediately. And that is, where did it go? I need to hear more about food. Rob, what is your favorite dish or recipe to cook?
To cook at home?
Yeah.
Okay. To cook at home, it's definitely like I don't cook it so much right now because it's wintertime. Maybe it is a winter thing. I don't think it is. But I'm a Portuguese person, sorta. And I love cooking scallops in parsley, garlic, and port wine. Super easy, super tasty. You can use white wine, but port wine's the way to go. To cook at home, that's my favorite dish. It's quick, fast, easy. You can't really mess it up unless you leave it in there too long. But if you want, I could tell you the whole thing, but I kind of got this interview thing I'm doing. But that's my favorite thing to cook at home. That or just throwing friggin' anything on the grill.
There you go, folks. I'm going to play
I cook a shitload. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, that's quite all right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got another video question, the final one of the evening. So let's get into that real quick. It's a two-parter.
Hi. Sherry here. Okay, I have 2 questions. First, was there a defining moment in your life when you knew that you wanted to be a musician?
Am I on the air?
Yes, you're live.
Oh, okay. Hi guys, I'm back. Was it not one moment? No. But I've looked pictures of me as a little kid, like with playing like a plastic guitar and stuff, just from watching videos. You know what? I think there was a defining moment, and I think you can see it through all my music too. I loved Twisted Sister as a kid, and I loved that video for We're Not Gonna Take It.
Yeah, We're Not Gonna Take It.
Yep. Yeah, I love that, and I loved it. And like, so kind of when I watched that video as a kid, knowing nothing about him now or anything, just as a kid, it being like a mysterious thing, people in costumes and all that. Like, I loved it, and like I think I kind of like have that same energy now, and so. Looking back, I think that is definitely a defining moment. Other than that, yeah, I have a little bit of another moment. When I was out of high school, before I moved to Philly, I kind of, like all of us, I didn't really, like I wasn't really fitting in. Like I tried to go to community college a little bit. I was working at the Route 66 Diner and Sears. I was a janitor at Sears, and I moved to Philly kind of on a whim, And I think when I was here, I just kind of like fell in with, I was like, like I fell in love with, lack of a better word, like boozing and rocking. And I just decided, so that's kind of a moment too. Both of those two moments. I know they're not touching or anything. They're both kind of balls to the wall style, but those are kind of two moments. Really, the moment was underneath it all always. I knew that I'm not even a musician. I'm, other stuff mostly. And music's like just one part of my one thread in the fabric of my being. And I always knew it. All right. Let that go.
Part 2 of the question.
And the second question would be, how did you arrive at your sound?
Yeah, I just wanted to make brutal music that the melody was the rhythm was the melody. And I wanted to, I just always felt like I kind of felt wild inside always. And I wanted to make music that is exactly that, was just the way, like I wanted to like fucking, as a kid, I wanted to be fucking like Twisted Sister and shit. And I wanted to jump through a wall and I wanted to act crazy and not give a shit what anybody thought. And the sound is that, it's not that complex, it's like a simple thing. It's just like, you look at a white wall and it's white, and that's all there is, I guess.
You mentioned
that's how I arrived on it.
You mentioned how music is just one thread in the quilt of your existence. And you also prepared a video for us this week of you reading a short story. Mm-hmm. And I think we're gonna close out your segment tonight with that, and then we're gonna play the Annie Artron.
Should we have? I can't see what's going on with the chat if people are into this or anything, but should we leave it to the chat to vote to see if we should because it's 7 minutes of their lives and it might not be worth it.
Right. No, of course. It's up to me, actually. The chat room doesn't get to decide. So I'm telling everybody that we're about to watch this video that Rob prepared for us of him dramatically reading a short story. He's really nervous about it, so give him a lot of love. Let him know that you appreciate all the threads in his being. And we're going to play this video, man, and then we're going to go straight to the other Annie video. And I just want to thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, and thanks to everybody that's watching this now or will watch it later. It means a lot, especially in these days.
Yeah, don't forget everybody to go and check out Silvox Bandcamp and pick them tapes up. All right, here we go, folks. This one is called The Diner.
The Diner, a short story. Marlene walked up to the window and placed the order underneath a chrome paperweight. Donnie looked at it over the grill, flipped over 2 eggs, and grabbed it. "You'll never believe what I saw this morning," she said as Cheryl waited next to her with her own order slip pressed between her bright red fingernails. Cheryl coughed and put up her hands as if she was asking, "Are you going to tell me, or are you just going to stand in my way all day?" "When I was getting ready this morning, I was looking out my back window. You know, the back one? The one that looks out at my back lawn? Well, I was looking out there, and you know what I saw?" "Is this an E or an M, Marlene?" Donnie shouted through the window. Marlene, annoyed at the interruption, turned and looked at him, not saying anything other than with her eyes, "You're being a pest." "Come on, Marlene, is this a frickin' E or an M? I gotta know how to make these goddamn eggs. They're not gonna cook themselves." "Yeah, Marlene, you're slowing us down back here," was all she could make out from Charlie, before his voice faded off and into a strenuous tirade. "Put on your goddamn glasses, Donnie, and Charlie, if I hear another word out of you, I won't cut your hair this week, you idiot. You think I like doing that shit for free?" was what Marlene responded with, But really, what she wanted to say was, "Listen, boys, I'm telling my friend here a story." "All right, I'll cook them however the fuck I want, but you gotta bring them out and deal with it." "Hey, Willie! Willie!" Donnie shouted through the window. An older gentleman looked up from the diner counter. "How do you want your eggs? Marlene here is giving me a hard time." "Over easy." "Thank you, Willie, and no thanks to you, Marlene." Marlene turned back toward Cheryl, who was silently waving her order slip in her hand. She rolled her eyes and let out an aggravated sigh. "See how this works is that he tells you what he wants, you write it down, I read it, and then I cook it the way he wants. You got it now, honey?" Donnie broke in before she could continue. Marlene's hands tensed into fists. Cheryl stepped up, brushing past Marlene, and put down her slip under the chrome paperweight, and yet. "It's scrambled, Donnie. It's a Russo, and you should know that by now." "God damn it, girls. Are you trying to kill me back here? It's Russo. I've known Russo for 35 years. When he walks in, I don't see his face. I see 2 scrambled eggs walk through the door." And then seemingly to himself, "Do I know that by now? I swear to God they're trying to kill me. Right here, right now, in this kitchen, and it's just what I need. A chrome chariot to take me away." He kept ranting as the hot grease from the flat grill continued to waft up and coat his skin. Charlie kept cutting the potatoes as Earl loaded the commercial dishwashing machine. The girls turned towards each other, and Marlene continued. "So the kids were still asleep. Dickie was already at work, and I was having my morning coffee. Ooh, I love that morning cup. Heavens to Betsy, it's my only piece." "Oh, I know it is," Cheryl added before another hearty cough. "I swear it is." So I was drinking my coffee, looking out back. Ding ding, the bell on the door clanked. 2 grown men walked in wearing puffy coats and saggy beanies. "How many?" Cheryl asked. The teller of the 2 held up 2 fingers to signify 2 people. "Do you guys need menus?" They shook their heads as they intently surveyed the room. Cheryl walked over and led them to an open booth. The yellow sun made its way through the window blinds. A customer knelt up on his seat and twisted them shut. "Hey, Willie, how are you doing?" Marlene asked. The diner was a bit slow, and she had to keep things moving in some sort of way. I'm good, baby," he said with a really wide smile. He still had on his wool jacket with a fur collar. Even though in his 70s, his hair was just starting to gray. He continued to nod and smile. Though he was almost 7 feet tall, his light gait made him almost see-through. He didn't occupy much space at all. "How are the kids?" "Baby, my kids got kids, and some of them kids got kids." "Geez, how many kids do you have, Willie?" "Let me see here. I got about 72 all in." "72? Must have been a busy man," Donnie yelled from the window. Everyone from the kitchen poked their head up and laughed so Willie could see them. It wasn't a new joke. It happened every other time he came in. Donnie placed a plate in the window. He changed his tone and yelled, "Order up!" Marlene stepped up, grabbed the plate, turned, and placed it in front of Willie. "Thank you, darling." Cheryl made her way back, placed another slip on the windowsill, turned, and leaned her back against the counter next to Marlene. They both looked out and over the scattered landscape of customers. Cheryl neatened a newspaper that was opened on the counter. "So I was looking out the window, the back window. It was awfully foggy this morning, and it was still kind of dark." "Yeah, I remember. I remember a lot of fog this morning my way, too." "I was looking back towards the woods, and I saw something move. Just a little bit, though, and I was like, what the hell is that back there?" So I kept looking, trying to make it out. "Oops, 1 sec, Marlene," Cheryl said before grabbing a pot of coffee and walking over to one of her customers that was in need of a 4th refill. She quickly came back and set the pot back on the burner. "I saw it move again, and then stand up. You know what I saw?" "What's that?" Cheryl asked. "A fucking deer," Donnie broke in. "She saw a fucking deer." "No, it wasn't a deer, Donnie. It was no freaking deer." "Then what was it, Marlene?" Cheryl asked in true anticipation. "It was my next door neighbor, Stanley." Everyone looked up and at her, waiting to hear what happened next. "Yeah, he was lying out near the woods. Looked like he had been there for a while. Maybe the whole night. When he stood up, his back and pants were all wet from the dew. He got up and walked back over to his house. Maybe you heard me drinking my coffee or something." Cheryl crossed her arms and looked at her with a dumb look on her face. Donnie couldn't care less. He was here to cook. Charlie laughed his ass off, and Earl missed the whole thing. Some of the customers caught the story, and some didn't. Willie stood up. He took a $10 bill out of his pocket and placed it on the counter. He waved bye, turned around, and walked out the door. The bells clanked as it slammed shut. He walked over into his taxicab. He got in and drove away. A short story called The Den.
Hell yeah. Next on the show is going to be Josh Yelle, artist who lives in Providence and whom I know is a neighborhood pal. But there's a lot about him that I don't know, so hopefully we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty, go in depth. Right now we can see an example of some art that he prepared on the fly. Old school.
I'm good. I'm glad.
Everything I touch, I destroy. In any case, please everybody join me in welcoming Josh to the show. Josh, how are you? Josh, where are you? What is happening?
Can you see me? Can you see me?
Yes, we see you. It's terrifying.
Okay. I can't even see.
Jesus Christ. Broadcasting from hell, Josh Yelle, drilling blood into the light. Terrifying. Thanks for coming on the show. We're going to play some music in the background for you guys. This is music that was composed and created by Josh. His solo project, Lummox, While We Speak.
Excellent. Oh, that's better.
Oof. It's fucking brutal, man.
Yeah, it's hard to talk with that on.
Not to say...
This might be better.
Yeah.
There we go. What's going on?
Josh, you were gracious enough to prepare a sort of slideshow for us this week that we're going to work through. It's going to give us...
It's a bunch of random things throughout the past few years. In no real order either. So it'll go anywhere from finished pieces to little doodles and what have you, or digital or analog illustrations, or what have you.
Can we get a better look at your face?
Yeah, this is a little darker.
Jesus Christ.
I made this for Halloween a couple years back and was in my friend's makeshift haunted house, and it was very entertaining, scaring the shit out of people lurking in a corner and drooling all over myself. The drool adds to the costume, so it's great.
So we're going to walk through this media.
We are the whole thing? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that's 20 minutes right there. Yeah, there we go. It's pretty fast, so that's a chalk drawing for Nictorant. That's it's real fast.
Ooh.
That's for Theologian. Oh, that was fun. That was drawing for Theologian. That's also for Nihilist Power Electronics. That's just a random sketch. Pencil. Just regular old pencil and paper. Some calligraphy with mixed ink on coffee paper. And I try and incorporate a lot of Roger Dean lately. A lot of floating terrain mixed with future or not. Or there'll be a lot of floating terrain. Oh, that's for Diabolical Fiend. There's a shirt for those locals. Rip. Lamprey Merman. Semi-finished, mostly finished. That was for a book cover, or part of a book. Oh, that's for my shirt. Okay. Just a Cthulhu-ish creature with some planets in its tendrils. Oh, that's for Undercliff. More floating terrain, but a cathedral. Like floating coffins and headstones and what have you. Random fish with human teeth. Organic versus robotic. If you look down below, there's a little city that thing is towering over. It was fun. I think that was a Halloween prompt from like a couple of years ago. I think the next one is too. If I remember right. Should be right there. Yeah, the proto chicken. Voltron, some random clown balloon head with knives in his head. I don't know. It's kind of free forming. Going through the chalk and pencil on tone paper. A lot of these will be chalk and pencil on tone paper. But yeah, those two. These are all from 2014 or 15 right here. So that's Hieronymus Josh. It's a nice little silly name, right? Oh, that was from Halloween this year. Off of that. I try and do the Drawloween prompts because it pushes me out of my comfort zone. Like given a random word to draw. The last one was Doom, and this one was Teeth, and this was Apothecary, I think. Dude in a beaker. And Bat. That was a combination of Bat and Cute. So, there it is. Cute. Trying to mess with. That was earlier. That's I like this one a lot. It's really tiny actually. That was Storm. The pump was Storm. I think that was Alien. That was Grave. These are all Drawloween prompts. Yeah. Some of the pterodactyl guy, that bat dude, wizard. Oh yeah, that's not the calligraphy. Cryptid, that's Nessie. Plesiosaur. Oh, that's another. These are firing along. Little doodle, little goat-ish guy.
So Josh, what are we listening to, man, in the background? What is this?
That's Lummox, it's my looped cello project. We've been doing that on and off for like 5 or 6 years or so. And that song is off of the split with Giant Bootleg, which is also on the Nihilist Power Electronics. Theologian, and I did that Skin Cage illustration something we did earlier. Blue drums, all that stuff. We put out our album for us. But this is one of my older songs. This is one of the first Manser songs that came up with, and gave it a better realized mix for this. But it's all just loops and cello, looped cello, and me hitting the cello for drum beats, and looping that, and fading everything in and out. Making everything as creepy as possible and making it look like I know what I'm doing with the cello, which I do not. Oh, more alien, more floating tripod aliens. I always like that old classic Lord of Lake imagery. That's for Sire. That's the album for Sire. Oh, it's a nocturnal creature doodle. Just to you guys hang out and please. Not more for Sire. Also out on Annihilus. That was for DNR, who are locals, but they didn't like that one. It was too morphed. And we wanted more of a traditional demon. So yeah, there it is. So they got that one, which is just as fine, but I kind of like the John Carpenter-ish of the last one. In better hands in that one too. But the eye effects in this were pretty cool. That was a business card for somebody. That was just a stupid doodle. My name ignores my image entirely, LOL. More Halloween pros. More floating terrain. Nice. That's a good one. A lot of these are really tiny to save time. It was a book cover for a small book release. I can't remember what it was called actually. It was some magic word of sorts. Some spell word. Cool Mole Man. I think that was Pre-January a couple of years ago. Oh, like Killer Koala. That was a weird prompt as well. I follow a lot of prompts because I never know what to draw. And more doodles. That is a tattoo for Miss Power Monster. I got that a while back. That was fun. Just really messing with the laser. Oh, Cerberus was. I think this was SWAT. I can't remember what the prompt for the was. Maybe it was really. So, I have Bat. That's actually from Primal. I don't know if anyone's seen that show, but it's fantastic. Planet Halloween thing? I don't know. I don't know what I was going to do there. More Lord of Words, tripod stuff. That was for World Eater. And that is for Into the Aether Festival up in Maine. I don't think that's happening anymore, sadly. The David Tessier All-Stars. Maybe we should have made this slower. Oh well. There's too much shit anyway, it's okay. There's another doodle of just teeth and eyes and tendrils and stuff. Chalk. Skull doodles. Undercliff. That's a figure Dual Ring. A witch, I think that was the Wizard of Halloween or something. Those are all drawing. Oh, that was also a year ago. Black Cat. Oh, this is from Cave Evil War Cults. That was fun. That black metal looking board game. Oh, this is for Halloween 2017. That's for the White Mike show that happened here, and that's just the image. All the text and framework is in a different file. So that was the flyer for that show. That was a good show. Robot. Oh, we're already to the time lapses. This is just me adding circuitry to this logo for Robot Army, which is another drawing prompt site. Just a bunch of circuitry. Here we go. Some fun stuff. I think this was a prompt. Oh yeah, this is a prompt that someone on Instagram put together. This is oligarchical. So that was January. That was fun to just do something interesting. The guy had a good vocabulary. And anything to keep busy, really, and without having to think is great. So I follow a lot of prompt months, whether they be calligraphy or illustration. This is from Primal that I was talking about. It was a great show. It's like a love letter to old Hanna-Barbera cartoons, but it's super violent and no dialogue, just grunts and screams and roars and a crazy soundtrack. And the prompt month from October asked for a lot of Primal submissions, a lot of prehistoric illustrations. I leaned into that because the show is fantastic. This was from the zombie brachiosaur episode, which was really intense. a zombie that says pretty out there. So, there we go. Moving along. You can get that on my Threadless site. Maybe not being able to decide on the background. That's cool. Oh, there's some alphabet drills, but with a dipped pen. I have like a blue pen, and I dip it in white ink, and by the time the letter's over, it fades naturally from one color to the next. And this is the fun stuff. And you get like a perfect gradient without trying. It's very neat. Oh, how did this get in here? 1-900. Your mom. That's inappropriate. Some more digital stuff. A lot of these time lapses are from Procreate on my iPad, and heavily leaning into the mirror mode. Just I don't know. Just to be different. I don't know, when you go from digital to analog, like it forces you to work a different way. So you just kind of like lean into whatever tools they give you. And I like the mirror mode on it. And just like, make an insect or faces or what have you. Some death's head mosquito type thing. A lot of these digital ones you can see on my Threadless. Get it on shirts and mugs and all kinds of stuff. Except the copyrighted stuff, like aliens and Krang and whatnot.
We're hearing a different track now. What is this we're listening to?
Oh, this is Andy Grant and I. This is Borsisk, which is just him and I. I'm on bass and vocals, and he's on percussive noise and vocals, and we played like a drum track, very primitive drum track, doing some Godfleshy type stuff. Yeah. The Borsisk is the dragon from Willow. Fun fact. The most unique dragon in all of cinema. The two-headed penis-looking dragon. Which scared the shit out of me as a kid. And is also named after Siskel and Ebert. I think Ron Howard got a bad review from them or something, and he turned them into an ugly dragon for his fantasy movie starring Val Kilmer. But anyway, yeah, Borsisk was fun. We haven't done anything in a while, but sure, once music happens again, we'll be doing that. Yeah. Andy's other project is The Vomit Arsonist. It was Dim, and it was basically Lummets and Vomit Arsonist playing at the same time, but then we decided to change it to something else. Just make something different. But we're doing a scream duet. I don't know if you can hear it too well, but Andy's a veteran screamer, more so than myself, but I think we do a pretty terrifying duet together. There's more Halloween stuff. That was the Halloween Hydra. But the prompt was Hydra. I think this one's like Haunted House or something. Yeah.
The only thing I really...
what's that?
The only thing I really care about in life is caveman riffs.
Exactly.
Would you classify this in that particular genre?
Absolutely, yeah. This is super primitive.
Real knuckle dragon stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Some serious build going. He's got his label, Denver State Recordings. I don't know if we still have any, but I'm sure we can just make more. But yeah, it's pretty short too. This is the last song on there, and my favorite, maybe the crown jewel, if you will. But It's a lot of fun. We'll do some more of that when music is a thing again. I don't know, maybe get Dave Public to drum, who knows? Maybe.
Maybe Dave Public will play the drums in this project.
We'll force him into it. I know he's listening right now. Oh, a little Planet Halloween thing. I don't think there's a prompt. I think I was just messing around. That last one, I'm not really good at architecture, so you can see me like not committing for a very long time, trying to figure out what to do. All of these are really cartoony. Like I said, working digital just makes you work a different way, and I don't draw like this with pencil at all, or not anywhere near as like vibrant or cartoony. But just like kind of messing around with all the gears, you could drill no matter what. Yeah, werewolf. One of the rare non-symmetrical videos on Procreate. Just kind of go and don't stop until you stop hating it. That's pretty much it. Just apply your tricks. Just cranked up. Always liked Krang as a kid. Yeah. Didn't really know it was going to be Krang. When I was a little kid, and they were like, "Oh, I gotta get my body. I gotta get my body." And then we finally got his body, and I put him in his stomach. That blew my 5-year-old mind. For some reason. Yeah, it's fun to mess with lighting and different color palettes and Procreate. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother. Not soon, definitely. Again, not vibrant on paper at all. This was a Wizard of Barge, I think his name was, but it was a draw this in your style prompt, which is another way to shove you out of your comfort zone, is to just draw someone else's thing. And you can see the original in the top left corner, and he has more of a traditional tattoo style, and I just made it more glowy and art, just light oriented than his, like in a little bit more depth. Yeah, just again messing with those brushes, leaning into the style. Any Venture Brothers fans watching? This is the Grand Inquisitor from the Venture Brothers. Yeah, that episode is hilarious. I actually just restarted Venture Brothers yesterday. Again. I don't even know. No, some Cthulhuoid, more Cthulhu stuff. Oh, I should have sent you more music, huh? No big deal.
We're out of jams.
It's all right. More robots. This is actually March of Robots prompt month right now, and I've kind of fallen off already, but those are a lot of fun. I like drawing robots because it's just spheres and cubes, and it's just, again, just a good practice, like adding light to those shapes.
Got some Kinton live at dusk in the background.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what this is. Yeah, Kinton is long gone for now.
This is on your YouTube channel, which people can find under Pencil Manser.
Yeah, you can find it under Pencil Manser pretty much on the platform, even if I don't use it. I sign up and steal the name and never use it sometimes. But yeah, I wonder how old this Kinton thing is.
2014.
Cool. It might not be super terrible then. Anything before that might be a little terrible. Oh, this is another robot prompt thing. again, very cartoony and Procreate. Just messing around. And that's a tattoo designed for my cousin. She asked me to take that thing in the left corner there and make it something else. Or make it my own, rather. Just kind of did some filigree until it filled the shape. That's pretty much it. But yeah, Kintown was fun. Andy would also join us for that from Reborsisk, and also Dave Public would for a while, every once in a while. Some nice modular members that would join every once in a while. Andy played with us at those Into the Ether show that I did that illustration for the poster. More robot stuff. Another draw this in your style challenge. More Dune. And there's me not knowing what I'm drawing yet until something took shape. You're like, oh, this actually looks good, and move from there. Erase the other crap. No, that Kintan song sounds like it's just a noise drop of sorts. There's another slow, plotty thing. I feel like everything I'm involved in has been slow and plotty and dark sounding. Kintan, Lummox, the Gorsis. I was in hard drug for a little bit, but I couldn't keep up with them because I can't really play that fast. And I play cello and Queen Elephantine sometimes, but that's been a while. But we went on tour with Oxbow for a weekend, and that was really fun playing with those guys. I think Indy's watching right now. He's messaging me. He might be watching. He might harass us when it's phone time.
Phone time's coming up pretty soon, so I'll get your trigger fingers ready. All you viewers out there want to get up in Josh's business and let him know where you're coming from.
Yep. Come and harass us. We'll go to the phone lines. Yeah, it was messing with landscapes. I got to start doing more landscapes and more, trying to frame this. This is also up on my Threadless as a shirt. So, Dune scenery. Anything with multiple planets in the skyline, I'm pretty all for. Also a sucker for brains in a jar or skulls in a jar type robots. Just immediately in.
Caller, you're live with Josh. What do you got to say?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, is that Dave with the traffic chopper?
Josh, I was wondering if you could tell us more about your culinary pursuits.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I have a horrific sweet tooth, and I bake.
You're an expert at waffle-based cuisine.
Oh yeah. You could even say I'm a waffle Manser, for sure. I put cornbread batter in there, brownie batter. It's crazy. I got a waffle bowl maker to make cornbread bowls and put chili in. Waffle irons are fantastic for damn near everything. What a great deep cut question from Mr. Public and the airtime traffic copter.
Folks, if you want to pose a question to the Waffle Manser, you can call 401-256-1454.
Phones are live. 401-256-1454.
I want to give a special shout out to Reba Mitchell, the one and only. Happy birthday to you out in Provincetown. Caller, you're live with the Waffle Manser.
Whoa, hey, Pencil Manser.
Hey.
So you have like a lot of drawings and artwork and like dark music and everything, but have you ever tried to like smoke any of your drawings before? Okay, thanks.
Okay. Yeah. I've smoked a drawing or two in my day. It's not as effective as a waffle, but it works. Pencil shavings, drawings. You only get high off them if you draw something first and ruin it and then smoke it. Good more deep cuts from Eric and Dave. This is great.
We got a text question. Does Josh like food-based puns?
That is definitely Steve, who is a fellow chalk artist. We have very similar styles and bounce a lot of ideas off each other while we like to complain about clients to each other too. So if you're treating your artist incorrectly, we are talking about you behind your back, by the way.
He follows up.
Steve.
He follows up with a specific question of the band Crepe Topsy. Crepe Topsy.
Oh God, Crepe Topsy. I don't know. Not as good as Bread Durst or just good old corn, I suppose. But God damn it, Steve. Steve likes to harass me with fake. I try and do fake bands of the day, and all of his suggestions are food-based every single time. Like Fig Business or I can't even think of any really, but go on my Instagram and look up fake band of the day hashtag and you'll see all my calligraphy used for the sake of terrible puns all the time. I think yesterday I did Soul Patch Asylum and Placentipede, trances with wolves, all kinds of dumb shit. And I live for it. It's great. No Indy yet? Indy didn't call in?
Phones are live. 401-256-1454.
We got a comment for you.
Oh yeah?
Josh gave me straight up the best tattoo I've ever gotten, maybe 11 years ago.
What?
It is dainty as hell and looks as crisp as the day he jabbed it. Blessings upon you, Mosh. Sorry, I said it wrong, Mosh.
That might be Indy. I'm not entirely sure.
That's from the birthday girl.
But what's that?
That's from the birthday girl, Reba Mitchell.
Oh, okay. So the no big D. I see. That's Reba. That's fantastic. That was quite a while ago. Couch tattoos.
This is a question for Dave, I guess, in the chats.
Just for Dave.
Who would win in a fight, Predator, one Xenomorph, or one Gremlin? Oh, it's a question for Josh. I'm sorry. Wow. An incredibly inebriated series of texts that corrected themselves subsequently. So let's try to edit this and reread it. Question for Josh. Who would win in a fight? Predator, one Xenomorph, or any of the one Gremlins? Just one.
Oh, maybe the girl gremlin from Gremlins 2 would make some inappropriate advances at both of them, and they'd just get creeped out and back away from the fight entirely. I think.
Oh, every one of the gremlins. Each gremlin that's ever existed. I'm sorry.
Oh, every single one. Oh,
It was
well,
an
then
extremely poorly written question.
I'm gonna go with my first answer anyway.
The gremlins win.
That the creepy, that the girl gremlin makes like just weirds everyone out and they just leave, and there's no fight at all. Or maybe the salad gremlin. That was a good time. Maybe like made them eat healthy to death.
So you mentioned prompts. It's a big part of your daily practice to stay on top of your game. You're part of an online community of people who talk back and forth.
Just following. Yeah, just like Instagram, like folks, mostly there. A lot of my calligraphy drills are up there more than any other social media, and just any prompt to force you out of your comfort zone as an artist is super important because it just makes you draw what you don't normally draw, and or it makes you think about something a certain way that you wouldn't before. Like, draw a party clam. Like, oh, okay, I guess I'm drawing a party clam, but every little bit helps.
Just to remind you folks, on all social media, you can find Josh at Pencil Manser. Check that out.
Illustration, calligraphy, sculpture, and tinnitus are all my terribly loud, slow, creepy bands. Sound the same.
Yes, we have another question. Maybe you could elaborate in detail. Is a person who maybe missed the beginning of the segment. They have a question for the Waffle Manser. Did the Waffle Manser make the mask, the prosthetics?
Oh, I did. I didn't. I don't think I made it with silicone, like pouring silicone, and I would make make some measurements with my face. I actually wet my face and rolled my face across a piece of paper to get the measurements, and I circled all the stuff while it was still wet, and then like sculpted on those shapes, and then made a silicone mold over that and poured silicone, turn it over, take out all the clay and teeth and fake teeth that I made, and then spray that down with mold release and pour more silicone in it and take it out. So it's all very floppy and skin, like all like there's teeth, but they're all pretty. It's all it's all pretty floppy. Look at that. Where's my camera? There we go. So it's a glorified eye patch that wraps all the way around my head with rawhide, and it's just dragon skin, smooth on dragon skin. You just pour it in there, and it looks like the inside of a. Where's my camera? There we go. Looks like the inside of a sea turtle's throat. If you've seen that creepy picture before. And it's just like a basic resin lens with an LED embedded in it. And,
handmade.
It was a lot of fun scaring the shit out of kids for Halloween 2 years in a row, and at Comic-Con. That was even more fun. Just wearing that there. Oh no, I'm just covered in blood. That's way better. I can see it now. Yeah, you can make this stuff out of. Oh, go on.
Oh, we got a phone call. Caller, you're once again live with Josh.
Hey, brother. Just wondering, are you still doing any taxidermy art or anything like that? I've got about 15 half-dead squirrels that I was hoping to send to you if you need them. But
any taxidermy still going on?
Yeah, just leave leave the squirrels in a picnic basket outside of my door, and I will eat them. I mean, taxiderm them, please.
Would it be
that was
possible?
a really terrible voice, Eric.
Would it be possible for you to show us? It would it be completely inconvenient for you to show us any of the sculptures that you have in your apartment?
Yeah, I have.
I've seen these and I was wildly impressed by them. So it'd be cool to share.
Yeah, let's take the veil off a bit. No more holding a light. But this is Biddy. There we go. I forget. I had to put my iPad upside down to make this work for some reason, so I'm all messed up. But this is Biddy, the three-headed chicken demon creature in an old clock dome. Some LEDs embedded in the eggs and quartz. She is the most elaborate sculpture I've ever made, for sure. And it was for an art show a couple years back that was supposed to, that was all like composed of like pen and ink illustrators, specifically. It was at a tattoo parlor up in Boston that's no longer there. And once I found out that it was all pen and ink guys, I went way left and just did an elaborate sculpture for it, and just to stand out, and it worked out perfectly because everyone was they were all fantastic. It was all cross hatching and stippling and pen and ink illustrators, but I just wanted to go as far left as possible with it and make a sculpture.
Impromptu decision.
The only sculpture. What's that?
Impromptu decision, like you don't have a bunch of stuff just in a closet somewhere like that.
No. That was I have like a couple tiny sculptures that I would that would encase in resin, and they would be like these little cubes that they were so tough you could throw them against the wall, but they had little tentacle teeth monsters in them. But I sold them all, and my lovely assistant just brought me this little guy. Another. Let me get the reflection out of there. But more tentacles. They were kind of like this, but they were the size of like a 1-inch, like Scotch ice cube, like the big ice cubes that you see. And this is perfect. Oh, thank you. Oh, yes, my lovely assistant. And more just finding old, like just going to Savers and repurposing stuff is the way to go. That's how I do take my frames too. I don't like draw something huge and then frame it. I buy a frame and then measure it out, and then you're done. So you don't have to spend a shitload of money on framing.
So frames first, art second.
Phones are live.
Frames first.
401-256-1454.
Oh, hell yeah.
Some more. Anything bioluminescent I'm all about too. Thank you, miss.
Beautiful.
I don't have any like a whole lot of sculptures or stuff like that. I made my mask, and I made these teeth. That's right. This is part of the mask. Let's circle back to that. These are all like plastic beads that you put in hot water, and then you can sculpt them like clay, and then you put them in cold water, and they just freeze where they are. So I made these.
So
she's here to talk with just the top drawer. Top jaw.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Kind of filthy right now. I have some interchangeable pieces. From the closures a little better.
And you cruise around Comic-Con like that, terrifying pedestrians.
Yeah, yeah, because Comic Con in Rhode Island is like the same week as Halloween. So like I made it, and I was like, yeah, I guess I'll wear this to Comic Con. There were some people stop. It's a couple celebrities stopped me actually. Billy Zane, um, oh man,
From Twin Peaks.
Bei Ling, who was in like The Crow and a bunch of other stuff, like stopped me to take selfies that I never saw, and yeah, it was a it was a lot of fun, like freaking people out because they would just be a sea of people, and all of a sudden they see me, and then I would like like, oh yeah, gross, but then I'd open my mouth, and like just the fact that they saw the teeth like were embedded in my head,
Yeah.
and not just like a mouthpiece, like they really freaked out. I don't know why I can't get this in right now. There we go. Here's a simple one. It's just a snaggletooth.
Brutal.
It froze. There we go. But yeah, that stuff's really fun. I didn't really want it until I saw part of the commercial where someone made fake teeth. I'm like, oh, well, I need that right now. Can't really talk with it.
Oh, we got a question from Cape Cod. They're asking for you to give a shout out to your top 5 local Providence artists.
Local Providence artists.
If you run out before 5, it's fine.
I can't remember her last name, but Kate Thistle. She makes a lot of crazy stuff. Oh man. I have like the worst. I actually have like a bunch of stuff written down, and like because I just have I have a hard time like remembering people around. Chrissy was local, right? That counts, right?
Chrissy Jones.
Marie Jones.
Sort of still local, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anybody right now. I have to like stop and like look. Friend Karen Main, not again. These aren't prophets. Or Jen Koras. John Gorman, the tattoo artist. He did a bunch of stuff on me. Yeah, those are all great illustrators and tattoo artists from Providence. Yeah, a lot of tattoo guys. Dennis Del Pree. The whole. I live right next door. Providence Tattoo. All those guys are great. Yeah, I'm having a hard time remembering names.
No sweat.
Mm-hmm.
We got a text question. Can Josh make me some terrifying prosthetic teeth, but sexy?
I don't know. It's kind of like you can make them, but there's a lot of like taking this stuff, molding it, and then like holding it in your own mouth, and then stopping, putting it in cold water, heating up parts of it, and like sticking teeth in it, like sculpting the teeth. It's very intimate, and doing it for someone else would be just like I might as well be a dentist. Just my hands in your mouth, like just holding stuff in place properly until it like cools off. You have to put it in ice water every time you're done. But yeah, making stuff without like you have to like send stuff in, like you'd have to mold it yourself and send it to me or something. But like it's not that great. You have to make it yourself, or it's pretty tough.
DIY or die, folks.
Yeah, it's all just like my teeth wrapped around like this wad of plastic. with teeth sticking out of it.
I'm getting some feedback from the questioner, and they seem satisfied with your answer.
Excellent.
I have a question for you that might be just kind of annoying, so you can ignore it if you want. But I noticed that you approach drawing as like a daily activity that you're pretty disciplined about, and you acknowledge like requires practice do you think that's true as well with like your music pursuits? And if not, then where do you see the difference between the two?
I definitely, like, I'm actually not very I'm more practiced with calligraphy right now. I have to start getting in the mindset for drawing for a couple of commissions coming up. And music, I haven't touched music for the pandemic like at all. I haven't played since January of last year. And that's going to change pretty soon because I got to do a remix for the guys, Sidorak. Going to be doing a remix for them, so I gotta dust off the cello, and I'm sure I'll be very rusty, but it'll come back to me. But yeah, anything requires like muscle memory like that. Yeah, if you don't do it for a while, you will definitely lose your chops. Like, I was very practiced with calligraphy for a while, and then I like took just a couple weeks off just for like life stuff, and when I come back, you can see the lack of muscle memory for sure. Definitely translates to any dexterous thing. Absolutely.
So even switching gears between different disciplines in illustration requires like a period of practice.
Yeah, and one suffers when one of them is up front. The other one in the back is definitely in the back, getting dusty and covered in cobwebs. Like, I haven't drawn on paper in a couple months at least. So yeah, I have to practice that. They specifically wanted a chalk drawing, some chalk drawings for some book covers actually on Hippocampus Press, and yeah, I'm gonna get back into the mindset of thinking negative, which is just like drawing with chalk on black paper. So you're basically just painting with light and like just the light in the form, and not having to worry about any outlines or dark stuff, because it's all just black and you just work in reverse. There were a bunch of chalk drawings in the slideshow.
The power of negative thinking. We're gonna start winding down this corkscrew into the dismal wastes in the end of the segment. So Josh, if you wanted to think of something to say to bid adieu to the viewers, that would be chill. We also have a question from the text universe, and it says, we want to know if Josh will give us all of us in the comments section party clam tattoos, and who will provide the shrimp cocktail while we wait.
Party clam. Yeah, good callback. That's great. I like it. I like a good callback. I will absolutely drop party clam tattoos when it's safe to be in a room together again. Absolutely. That sounds great. With like a little pom-pom, like the cliche cone hat on it, and like some googly eyes coming out of the mouth, coming out of the shell rather. And yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Shrimp cocktails, but bottomless shrimp cocktails, of course.
Provided gratis. I'll volunteer. I'll definitely administer them to the patiently waiting tattooers.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as parting words go, I don't know. Just go. It sounds cliche, but just start and don't stop. I've been doing calligraphy for 5 years, and if you asked me before then, if I was like, oh, you think you're good at lettering? Like, nah, I was terrible at lettering for the longest time, and yeah, now it's like my favorite thing to do, because it's so it's just instant gratification right away, with like you just start and it just looks great right away, and there's no rendering or anything. You just go, you just practice and just keep going, and it's fantastic. But yeah, just start and don't stop, and yeah, it's the age of YouTube, so you can look up anything that you want to learn how to do for free most of the time. So like, I'm gonna do this now, so that's what I did when I picked up calligraphy.
Word up. Well, fucking hell, Josh, thanks so much for preparing that slideshow for us. And thanks for taking the time to speak to everybody.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The Twitch chat was lively.
Questions?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, was it? We can't really see from here, but that's okay. Yeah, but yeah. That was great.
But thanks so much, man. And we'll catch up soon as soon as the plague is destroyed.
Yep, I'll see you soon. See you soon, neighbor. Fare thee well.
Farewell. So, folks, I did want to address you directly. Pretty soon, we're going to reach the end of our lives as webcasters. I think I'm going to switch it into a more experimental documentary series that's going to be focused on fashion and how people dress. So if you want to start thinking about modeling your particular tastes in clothing and inviting me to your home, I would like to invite you all to take part in this new experimental documentary series. It's going to be the season 2 of Everything I Touch I Enjoy. And it'll be less about art and music and more about clothing and personal expression in the realm of fabric falling across bodies. As you all know, or as some of you may know, I really love grunge music and I love shoegaze music. And when you put the two together, you get grunge gaze. Yep. And I'm going to show a video from a band that I think is pretty good, and I hope you enjoy it, even though they're not related to us personally. They do have a vibe.
Yeah. So here we are tonight. I don't see our guest on yet, but let's just, get things started. I think we all know what we're here for. This is Mandy's Love Connection. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's my life's work to really help people find love, what more could a person want to do in life? So thank you for having me and including me. Do we have our guest on yet? Oh, there we go.
Hi.
Okay. Hi,
Am I
how
still
are
muted?
you? I don't think so.
I'm a little nervous.
Are you? Okay, well,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what? Let's do a little.
I just love love.
Should we shake it out? Like shake it out, shake out the nerves. No, it's okay if you don't want to.
I did.
You did, okay. We're big into doing exactly what you feel like you need to do on the show.
Yeah. No, I'm not nervous in a bad way. I'm just nervous.
Okay, good. You're excited.
I have a deep respect for love.
Oh my God, so do I.
I don't want to mess this up.
I know. It's, you know what? Take the pressure away. I mean, we're just two people here, having a conversation about the world and about love, So welcome. My guest today is Jason Adam Baker. How are you doing? Besides feeling a little nervous about love.
Fantastic. Made a big dinner.
Wonderful.
It was well received. There's a little person upstairs that wants to come answer a question at some point.
Same. Same. Wait, can you tell us what you made for dinner? Because everyone loves talking about food on this.
This is a big food day. Big food day. I made coconut shrimp. I wrote that in the chat earlier. Coconut shrimp and truffle mac and cheese. Truffle cheddar.
Wow.
Truffle cheddar mac and cheese. First,
all I have to
7-year-old meal.
All I have to say is whoever wins this is lucky. I don't get truffle mac and cheese.
I don't either.
Who gets truffle mac and cheese? I know. That one does, right?
Whoa, did you see the dogs walk by?
I didn't. Well, we'll keep an eye out for the animals. So here's how it works. We have a few contestants on, and they will be answering questions that Jason has come up with beforehand. And then we'll watch the answers to those questions, and then he will select a suitor who best matches what he's looking for. And we will connect him with love. How's that sound?
I should have combed my hair.
Yeah. I think you look great. I mean, I don't think you have any. Yeah, I think we're feeling good. Should we? Let's just check the chat. Should he have combed his hair? I don't think so. I don't see anything in here. No. Nope. Oh no. Hell no. We love that natural. Ooh. Okay. No. Okay.
All right.
No on the hair. We're good. Okay. Feeling good. Feeling confident. We're feeling ready. So yeah, we have our two suitors here today. Let's start with the first question. Do you want? I have it in front of me. Do you want me to read it, or do you remember it?
Read it. I think I remember it.
It was long, so that's why I figured. I am very chaste. However, it is inevitable that you, as my future partner, may encounter a downtrodden, unrequited love who could not catch me. What weapon would you bring to the duel? Right? So I could answer this all day, but it is. It says a lot about a person. It really does. So I'll give you my answer later, but let's start with contestant number one.
As a chaste person, committed to the divine truth, I appreciate your chastity. However, if an unrequited love from your past were to insert themselves in our trajectory of love, the weapon that I would bring to the ensuing duel would be to simply harness my inner light.
Ooh.
Because we all hold the power within us. Namaste. Can you stop, dude?
That end was the kicker. Can you stop?
I know, I like that. Who was that? Oh my god.
I remember who that was.
Do you remember who that was? So before we go into contestant number 2, so do you go by Cool Guy Jason, or was that just a name we gave you?
I'm pretty sure that's what was on my driver's license at that time when I met you.
Was it?
Back then?
Okay.
Yeah.
The first time
I
I met
had
Jason,
legally changed. I had changed since, but
okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
At the time, like it was something. Okay, yeah, it's Cool Dad Jason. Yeah, no. When I first met Jason, I remember calling you Cool.
Well,
cool
you have to
Jason.
say it properly though. Yeah, it's Cool Guy Jason.
Exactly, Cool Guy Jason. Yeah.
But
you probably haven't seen that contestant in a while, though, right?
Oh no. The last time I saw her, it was a big moment.
What happened?
She peed me.
I know. I was there. Anyway, so
you were in the room, right?
I wasn't in the room, but I was there that evening. Things are getting crazy. Someone might have been in the room. There were people there. I mean, it was not a lonely time. But anyways, I don't want to get too deep into that experience, little deep into it, but I had to bring it up because it was a night that felt like 3 days. So, I just, was happy that we have this maybe unrequited love. I don't know. So we have a second contestant. Don't forget, we have one more person. Okay. So let's roll.
I'm Havadine. I also go by Lucian, Moses, and Sigil. The first time when I was told about this question, it was presented to me as like, what weapon would you bring to a duel? I wasn't informed of the full context, so my first answer was flamethrower. Now that I'm aware of the context where it would be over a straight man, and because he's a straight man, I would potentially be dueling a woman, my answer is I would ask her out for a cup of coffee. I don't know. Firstly, I'm not straight, and I don't date straight people. And I think that pitting women against one another is shamefully a normalized thing. And I try to combat that with every bone in my body. I love women. So my answer would be, to the question, what weapon would you bring to this duel? My weapon would be kindness. And a little bit of cunning.
Ooh.
And that's it.
Okay. I hear it. Honestly, I was going to answer really similarly. Not that I'm a contestant, but I was, thinking. Right. And I was like, I think I'd bring like
Coffee.
a baked good. Yeah, I'd bring like a cup of coffee. I'd be like, hey, let's hang out. Because
Me too.
I love nothing more. Right? It tells a lot. It tells a lot. So I think we're answering well. I feel good about this.
Yeah.
About this.
These are good answers.
I know they are really good answers. Feeling good about them? How are we?
I am.
How are we feeling? Okay.
I feel good.
Let me see what the chat's saying. Are people freaking out? Okay. We're good. People are shocked. They're shocked. Okay. So we have one more question and we have two more answers. The second question really aligns well with a lot of the themes of this evening. We've been talking a lot about recipes. We've been talking a lot about food. So what's your favorite cupcake? Jason, before we start, I'd love to hear your favorite cupcake.
Whew. Well, I make a lot of cupcakes as a parent of a young person who likes cupcakes.
Kids love cupcakes.
Yeah. Cupcakes. Yeah, we make those too actually because I have 2 dogs. I'm hard pressed to choose a favorite cupcake. I'd have to say. I don't like the lame ones. Look at my face. It's really difficult for me to eat ice cream from a cone and a cupcake from a.
I can imagine
because it gets up in my krill, in the krill.
Is there a baked good that works with the beard?
A smoothie
instead of against it. A smoothie. What about a milkshake?
Yeah. Yep.
One time,
it's really tough.
I love milkshake.
Baked goods with a spoon.
I understand. Yeah. No. One time there's like this special in Rhode Island at this place called Newport Creamery where they have buy one get one milkshakes. And one time I was coming back from the beach and I was like really hyped, and I drank 2. And I love milkshakes. I was actually fine. I had like a sugar rush for maybe like an hour and a half, and then I just like slept for 3 hours. I love a good milkshake.
Big fan of with the krill, the cake pop is where it's at.
Ooh,
kinda...
That would work well with the what do you call it? The beard. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Would work well with that.
Yeah. I was saying krill, but that's just because I saw Josh's whale, and I've just been thinking about sea mammals.
I understand.
Since I'm a proponent of.
You like sea mammals? I do too.
Yeah, Nomi.
Ocean.
Nomi's sneaking up to the top of the stairs.
She is. Should we cue the next question? Should we? This is a question for Nomi. Can she answer what her favorite cupcake
Come
is?
here. There's a good cupcake question.
Hi, Nomi. What's your favorite cupcake?
I don't know.
You don't know?
You don't know? Oh, there's a dog too.
That's Mushroom.
Hi. Do you like chocolate?
No.
Oh, no. What about vanilla?
Yes.
Okay. I like vanilla too. I really like confetti. So I like vanilla with sprinkles.
Vanilla with sprinkles is what she said.
Yeah. I like vanilla with sprinkles, personally. Should we cue our strawberry, our cupcake question answers with contestant number 1?
You just gave a cupcadian slip. That was a cupcake.
I did. I actually didn't. I didn't reveal anything. I was just thinking about strawberries. I swear. let's cue contestant
I'm ready.
number 1. Bring it. We are all ready.
talking about.
Cupcakes. Cupcakes. Nature's candy. If I were to indulge my earthly senses like a heathen, the object of my desire would be red velvet. A red velvet cupcake covered in cream cheese frosting, made with the milk from Mandy's breasts. Namaste. All right, we're done. It's okay.
Yep. You're muted.
Thank you. I'm not nursing anymore, but when I was, I absolutely would have lent my milk for a cup. And I think that actually sounds like a wonderful cupcake.
I'm pretty sure that we've all had some pretty good breast milk at one time or another.
I think we all have too. Most of us have. Yeah, no, I think so too. Anyways, so more on that later. But let's move to contestant number 2. I know.
My favorite cupcake flavor. I don't know if you want to know that answer. How about stuffed?
Stuffed. With a T. Stuffed.
Stuffed? A stuffed breast? I mean, I'm still thinking about breast milk.
Yeah, so am I.
Oh, that was a Freudian slip. Stuffed cupcake. Oh my God, what are we even talking about? We're talking about cupcake.
Breast milk.
Are we talking about breast milk? What flavor of breast milk do you like? I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, oh, me too.
Honestly, when you're breastfeeding, it's all you think about. So that's my excuse.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad this is in headphones.
How are you feeling? So let's talk reactions. How are you feeling right now? You don't give us any answers yet. We want to hear from the crowd, but you feeling good?
Well, I feel great.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure. I would
My leg just got bit.
Oh, it looks like it's time to take some calls from the audience.
Oh, calls. No, me. They're taking calls. You want to?
Jason has headphones on, by the way, in case anyone's concerned.
Yeah, but
let's get a call. We'd love to get who do you think that Jason should select? We have 2 pacifists, let's be honest. I love that. Should they? I see a lot of talk about Corky. We still to this day don't know who Corky is, so it's kind of a.
I really liked Corky.
It's kind of a sore subject. I mean, everyone likes Corky. They have a dog.
Show stealer.
I know they tried to steal my show, but you know what? I'm ready to forgive, and I'd love to get some opinions on who you think Jason should pick.
You hear me yelling in the background?
I do. My my friend upstairs is asleep. So
yeah.
Let's see what the chat is saying. Let's check in with the chat until we get a call. Let's see. I see Mandy Candy, Chrissy Jesus. Have Nomi call on the elf phone. I wish Corky would call. Corky is the real connect. Corky. I'll call and mention Corky. Corky's fine. Corky Ramonko. Is that like me? I hope Corky is doing all right. Maybe not great, but not bad. The hippie, number 1. Hippie wins. Contestant 2. Okay. We have a lot of opinions. Okay, let's. Oh,
Hey, sweetie.
hello.
Caller, you're live. Go ahead.
Hey, yeah, so I think you used to live in my apartment in Providence on 253 9th Street, and you know my friends that live in Vermont, you guys like own a business that are close to each other, but I don't know who the fuck you are, but that's cool.
I look different now.
Like, what's going on with all that shit? Yeah.
I'll tell you. Hi, Ben.
I think that was Eric.
That was Eric calling from Cape Cod.
Oh, Cape Cod? Eric Reich.
Lived in his Mushroom Buddy.
Do you remember Eric? You never did?
I've never lived in Providence.
Okay, I didn't think you had.
No, I've never lived in Providence, but I've
You know what?
stayed with
Eric-
some friends
Uh-huh.
at the Load House for a number of months because my
I bet
house
that's
in
what he's
Brooklyn had bed bugs.
Same place.
Okay, so it's
Yeah,
upstairs from
that's-
Ben.
yeah, I think that's what it is. I was gonna say sometimes Eric gets confused, but it seems like this time was not one of those.
I think a lot of people lived in that house because it was another friend named Ben was living there at the time, and that's when I was staying there. And it was a working relationship, and it was actually more going on when that same Ben, not the Providence one, but the other one was living in Western Massachusetts.
Okay. So, Eric, do you have any suggestions for who Jason should pick? You can answer in the chat. No? I just want to hear, You called, you made it all about you. I mean, we're really here for Jason tonight and to connect with a potential suitor. Okay, he says number 2. He says number 2. Hava. I don't know what that means. Okay, well, the lines are open. The lines are open.
Nomi, you want to
Who
call
do you think? Who do you
Phones are
think?
live.
Woo!
You want to call in? Okay. Here. Nomi's going to call in. Let me give her my
From
phone.
the L phone?
Oh, use that. No, the L phone's kind of hard to dial.
You have an L phone?
Yeah, we have an L phone. What? You don't have an L phone? Where'd my phone go, man?
I hear that it's going to voicemail. I keep getting text messages. It's going to voicemail. It's going to voice.
Ask your question. You have a question?
Caller, you're live with Mandy's Love Connection.
Hello?
Hello.
Look, there's a really bad delay. I'm really hungry, and I just want to say number 2 probably is hungry too, so could you just publish their phone number? Thanks.
Are you interested in number 2? Is that what this is about?
Mushroom.
Let's make sure that, I mean, I'm sure that they're hungry. It sounds like the caller was hungry. We've talked a lot about food.
Spring.
Okay, well, the call lines are open, but apparently it's going to voicemail, but maybe that was just a fluke. So if you didn't get through, feel free to call back. I'm sure it'll work this time.
Hanging down those lines.
Or call Mandy if you want.
Oh, yeah, you can call me too.
If you have
Hold
Mandy's
on.
phone number, you want to speak to Mandy instead?
Yeah. Oh, okay. It looks like I got a call. Can you guys hear it?
Yeah, I can hear that. You got a call.
I actually have a couple missed. Hello, I had a missed call from this number.
Yeah. So I'm having a problem flushing my toilet, and I was wondering if you could come by on Monday. I go to work at 9 o'clock, so if you could come before that, it'd be excellent. Can that happen?
I don't know if you realize that you're live on TV right now.
Oh my sweet Mary, I'm sorry, mercy.
Oh my god, that was the weirdest.
Cheese and rice.
That was the weirdest missed call. I have like a bunch of missed calls. That was very strange. I mean, I don't. Hi, I had a missed call from this number. I'm just following up. You're live on television.
Wait, how did?
I don't know. That is the weirdest thing. But anyways, do we have any other calls? Feel free. You can call my number. It's 203-592-5551. Where's the chat? Oops, it's not working. Yeah, I mean, my phone's right next to me, so we can. I'll put my number in there.
Does this thing show the chat? No.
Yeah, I feel like no. You have to go to the Twitch. I'm looking at both. I feel like Eric just called me, and he was really rude, and he just called me back. So I'm gonna call him back now. Hello.
Hello?
Hi. You called me, and then I called you back, and then you hung up on me.
I'm sorry, I get super confused. I'm like sweating and super anxious right now.
I mean, all we're trying to learn about is, Jason's
love.
future love. Yeah, and I mean, I just feel like you're really kind of coming at me right now.
I messed up really bad. I'm super sorry, everyone.
I think,
really sorry.
yeah, I mean, I understand. I think you really should be. I think this is really part of the process of falling in love is like, these kinds of conversations. I have another call. Bye. Hello?
Hi.
Who's this?
It's Chrissy.
Hi, Chrissy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Who do you think Jason should pick?
Well,
Wait.
What is this?
I got $10. I got $10 on that. Were you able to crack that shit?
No.
Well, let me try to crack a walnut. I'll have I'll put one name on one walnut and one name on the other. We're gonna crack it right now. I can tell you.
Whoa!
So I got the
Wait a minute. We're gonna crack a walnut from your ass on live television.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get it going. Let's see.
So I'm gonna put the phone in my
Place
hand.
bets in the chat. Let's place some bets. Can Chrissy crack a walnut with her ass? And then you have to tell us which suitor you think would be best for Jason.
I think
let's not lose focus.
2 walnuts here. We got the hippie walnut, and then we have contestant number 2. So I got hippie.
Yes. Okay. So the ass will tell us which you should select. We're staying aligned with the show.
Your ass is like Miss Cleo.
Right now.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's ask the ask. You ready? This is the hippie walnut. Ooh,
did you hear that?
I heard that.
That was crazy. Walnut all up in my ass right now. Okay.
Did you hear that?
I have to go to the doctor. Okay, so number 2, let's try. Okay, walnuts in my ass. Let's get started. Ooh, crack. It fell out.
Oh no!
Well, this is
Where'd it go? Maybe it's one of those
We don't
walnuts, like a jumping bean. Maybe it's one of those jumping bean walnuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely don't ask that question.
Thank you so much.
Find out in a few days.
Honestly, when everyone joined together here today, I don't think we knew that we had a seer in our midst who could actually tell the future by cracking walnuts in her ass.
Well, don't thank me. It's really the power of my ass that we have to thank. So.
Honestly,
Are you eating the walnuts?
No. Ew.
If you see it, you know.
We're not.
What?
No.
Okay, well, the ass is spoken. I'm really disturbed and I have to go to the ER. So, thanks, guys.
Bye. Wow. Okay, well, I think that, we're in a really good place to talk to you, right? This is you and I here. We're old friends, just here. Lots happened. Let's just talk. Who do you think?
Oh shit.
We have one last caller.
Oh, shit. One last caller.
Caller, you're live. Go ahead and state your claim.
Hello?
Oh my God.
Yeah, go ahead and turn
This
the
is
device
fucking
on.
Corky.
Oh shit, Corky's back.
Are you in there? Hello?
Six
Hello?
That Corky.
Can you hear it? Can you hear them, Corky?
Only a little bit. This is fucking Corky. I'm telling you, 100% this is fucking Corky. Hey, fuck you, TR77, whatever. You're a fucking dickhead. This is fucking Corky. You're an asshole. I fucking hate you.
Corky was never this mean.
I'm gonna fuck you up, TR77. You're a fucking dickhead.
Oh my God! You know who that is? She's my friend.
I'll tell you who I vote for, and it's none of you, because you're a fucking dickhead.
Cut him off. Corky, I've had enough.
Can you even hear me? I don't even know if you can hear me right. Oh, you want to cancel me, whoever you are? Oh, snap, whatever it is. You sound like a fucking dickhead, too. You're a donut without even the filling. I don't even know what you are. Can we even talk about this right now? Oh, you crack me, fucking 50 Tasker. I'm from fucking Boston, but I'm in fucking Philly. I'll go to Morris Park right now, and I'll fucking do a fucking whatever it is, a fucking nut or whatever. I'll put it on the street.
Blah, 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 blah. Bye.
Hey, Corky. Corky.
Oh, we lost Corky somehow. But
Thank God. Corky's
he
out of
couldn't
their
hear.
mind.
He couldn't hear you guys. Unfortunately, it was a technical stuff.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I mean, thanks for joining us again, Corky. You sound different. You feel different. I feel like this experience and this publicity has been really bad for your psyche. So I think they've let it go to their head, if you ask me.
Yeah,
but
Corky was real aggressive. I don't remember the old Corky being so aggressive.
no. I think that this exposure has been really unsettling for them, and I think that as it is for many people. I mean, becoming famous really cracks the brain, just does something. So thank you for your calls. Let's get to the big reveal, the big answer. I'd love to hear.
Well,
who do you think?
You remember that movie Austin Powers?
Yeah. Haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, I don't think anybody
No one has. I feel like if I rewatched it, I'd be like, this is a really fucked up movie. So I'm not going to watch it, but.
No. I mean, I would say that everyone in it is canceled.
Everyone's canceled.
Everyone.
I'm not watching.
But there's a line in one
Okay.
of them, because I think there are like 4 of them. Where he said,
Nervous.
who does number 2 work for?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they're in the bathroom, and he's like, who does number 2 work for?
Yes.
Number 2.
So we.
Flamethrower.
Oh, well, I want to thank you for being here with us. All of you, especially you, Jason, are 2 suitors. Number 2, congratulations. Number 1, better luck next time.
We'll always have New Haven.
Well, honestly, I feel like a lot of us will always have New Haven. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's it for tonight. I'll pass it off to Jeremy. Thank you, Jason.
Thanks, Mandy.
There. No problem.
Y'all have a good night. I did want to address the audience once more before I sign off. So, folks, I conceived this show back in November, and everybody back then said, yeah, we'd love to be on. Just hit me up a little closer to air date, because it was funny back then. The idea of doing something in March last October seemed potentially implausible, of course, but here we are. We made it. A lot of people I've gotten in touch with in the past couple of weeks have canceled or just decided they no longer wanted to do it. So some of the episodes of the remaining 4 are a bit light. I'm reaching out to you, the gentle and habitual viewer, to hit me up if you're so inclined, if you have any ideas for guests or segments, jokes, etc. Of course, I'm not offering a green light to every idea. I mean, you know that I'm trying to be nice on this show, but in real life I'm one of the worst people you've ever met, so of course I'm not going to just suddenly say yes to everybody. But if you dare, get in touch, and maybe we can have some fun in the next 4 weeks before the end of season 1 of Everything on Earth is Yours to Enjoy. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. See you next week.